Alright guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are joining from. Welcome to Backend Thursday. My name is Savior Philip Ugo. I am a back-end trainee in Stack Operation Hub. Today we'll be looking at a very crucial topic: why choose nestjs as a back-end developer. This topic is a wide one, wide in the sense that it has to do with choice, since different person has different choice. But I will try my possible best to make it brief. As we all know, although some of you might not know, nestjs is not a programming language like the PHP, the Python, and so. And since nestjs is not a core language, for it to be able to write a complete back-end web application, it depends on some components. Before now, we all know that JavaScript we mainly use for front-end web application. And JavaScript is a very popular language. So for JavaScript to be used only in the front end, it means that JavaScript has its own limitation. JavaScript on the front end is running in the browser. Those of you that do front end knows what I'm talking about. In the front end, JavaScript is running in the browser, like your Chrome, the Firefox, and other browsers. So since JavaScript is running in the browsers, it has access to what the browser provides, like the browser web API. We have so many web APIs that the browser provides, like the DOM, the Fetch API, and so on. I will also drop a link for you to check this at the end. I don't know why. So, since JavaScript is running in the browser, it only has access to what the browser provides for it. It doesn't have access to the file in our computer. Listen, JavaScript, since it is running on the browser, it doesn't have access to the file in our computer, in the database. And it doesn't have network access. There are so many limitations, JavaScript limitations, which I only select these two. And I think this is the main reason why JavaScript cannot be used on its own, cannot be used for back-end development on its own. But what if there is an environment that we can run JavaScript on that gives JavaScript the ability to access files? What if there is an environment that we can run JavaScript on that gives JavaScript the ability to hear requests made by a client and respond to those requests? Mr. Silicon Value Jackson, I see you. Interesting topic. Thank you very much. And what if there is an environment that we can run JavaScript on that gives it the ability to hear requests? In the server side, client normally make requests, and the server will hear the requests, do some stuff with it, and respond. JavaScript on its own doesn't have this ability. The environment that enables JavaScript to do this is the nestjs. That's where nestjs comes in. What is nestjs? Okay, Queen. I favor. I is the weather over there. Weather choke. Okay. What is Node.js? Node.js, if you go to the Node.js documentation, this is what you will see. Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. Let me take that again. Node.js is an open source cross-platform JavaScript runtime environment. I will bet you if you read this definition for 10 to 20 times, you will not know what it means. So, but for me, Node.js is just an environment we run our JavaScript on in the server side. Node.js is just an environment that JavaScript is running on in the server side. So because JavaScript is running in this environment, it has access to a bunch of modules, built-in function that comes with this environment. Because JavaScript is running in this environment, or because we are running JavaScript in this environment, it has access to a bunch of modules, so function that comes with built-in function that comes with this Node.js. Modules like the file system. There are so many modules that comes with Node.js, which are the file system, the HTTP protocol. So the HTTP, which is the transfer protocol. This gives access to the network. The HTTP is what gives access to the network. So we can use Node.js to build server-side application. Now here hit from running JavaScript. I leave Branson. I can't get now the hit from running JavaScript. Okay, Mr. Abuja man. Okay. Thank guys for joining. I hope you are enjoying this section. Please do wait to share the video. Share it. You can even share it on your Twitter. On your link, you can share it. So let's continue, guys. Like I said, since we are running JavaScript in this environment, it has access to built-in modules like the file system and HTTP that comes with this environment, which is the Node.js. So we can use Node.js to build server-side application. But when we start building more complex Node server application, it becomes more complicated in terms of structuring. So we begin to ask ourselves, how can we clean this up? How can we fix this? As a backend developer, how can we clean this up? How can we fix this? That's why we choose nestjs. Nestjs handle all those complexity for us. Nestjs handle all those complexity for us. With Nestjs, we can introduce a little bit of architecture into how we think of designing our application and start building API of our dream. It makes it flexible. I understand your question now. Your question now is, the big question here is, what is this almighty Nestjs? Nestjs is a framework. It's a framework for building efficient, scalable Node.js server-side application. It's not a core language, but a framework for building efficient, scalable Node server-side application. It is based on TypeScript and JavaScript. That's why you see me I took my time to break down how we get to this point. From JavaScript, we get to Node and that. So, what are the benefits of using Node.js, nestjs? It supports TypeScript. It also supports Node.js, Express.js, and Fastify. You know that Express.js is another broad topic on its own, but nestjs support it. Understand? It also helps in writing REST API and GraphQL. These are the beauty aspect of using nestjs. It helps to detect error upon development. Come on now. You can see all those all these beautiful things that nestjs give us the privilege to do. Now let's look at some nestjs components. Emmanuel Ikpe, I love this. Actually, we are really on fire. Amazing. Thanks for joining Smith Dubai. Okay, let's continue. Let's look at some nestjs components. There are so many nestjs components that comes with, like, if I don't mean not go deep. There are so many nestjs components. I will only pick out 3 of them, which are the services, the controller, and the modules. The services, which is known as a provider, is where you write all the logic of the application. The services is also known as a provider, is where we write all the logic, the if statement, the conditional statement. You can see that it makes this more organized. We have part that we write those logic. We don't just bring them together. It makes the structure more organized. So this is where the services is where we write the logic of our application. Controllers are responsible for handling incoming HTTP requests, process it, and send back responses. So I talk about, when I was talking about something about HTTP, the difference between HTTP and HTTP, I mentioned something about this receiving requests and responding it. So the controller here is seen as a, to me, I see it as a middleman. So they are responsible for handling incoming HTTP requests, process it, depending on the kind of request that you make. Is it a GET request? Is it a POST request? Is it a PUT request or delete request? Controller knows what to do with it. Modular. Modules are used to organize the component of our application. The module groups controllers, services, and other components together. And you can export them to structure your application very well. You can import, you can export, and them to structure your application very well. By following this modular and component-based approach, nestjs makes it easier to develop, test, and maintain complex nestjs application. So guys, if you have any question, please do well to drop it in the comment section. And if you want to learn more, we have an upcoming program, which is the Tech Brain. It's starting on Monday. I will drop the link in the comment section so you guys can join to learn more. Stack Innovation Hub is organizing a Tech Brain session for anyone that is interested, and I want you guys to join. It's going to be very amazing and interesting. So thank you guys. If you have any question, like I said before, please do wait to drop it in the comment section. I will attend to it. Like and share this video.